Now let's talk about multi-leader replication. So what is multi-leader replication? Unlike single-leader replication, in multi-leader replication we have multiple nodes. Those can accept writes. Those nodes in turn are going to have followers. So why might we need multi-leader replication? So let's say we have data center 1. In data center 1 we have the leader. We also have another follower in data center 1. Over here we have data center 2, which has only a follower replica. And let's say we have user 1. User 1 is closer to data center 1. So when user 1 wants to read something, he or she will be using follower 1 from replica, follower 1 from data center 1, right? If he or she want to write something, she or he is gonna go to leader. And okay, that's how it works. And over here, let's say we have user 2, and user 2 is, let's say, far away from data center 1. So whenever user 2 needs to read something, he or she is going to go to this follower, since data center 2 is closer to them. Now the problem is that when user 2 needs to write something, he or she has to go to this leader, which is in data center 1, because remember, in a single leader replication, all of the writes has to go through the leader, and there is only one leader, which is in data center 1. Now once the leader has written something, it has to sync that change with the other followers. So for example, follower from data center 2. Now traffic between data center 1 and 2 is usually going to go through public network, which may be less reliable, but local network within a data center is usually more reliable. And if writes need to be sent from data center 1 to data center 2, it means that the synchronization lag could increase, and we already know that synchronization lag has various problems. So multi-leader replication could look something like this. We have a user here, and the user is closer to data center 1. So all the writes is going to go to this leader, all the reads from this user is going to go to this follower from data center 1. Over here we have another user, the user is closer to data center 2, meaning that all of the writes is going to go to this leader, and all of the reads is going to go to this follower. And in data center 1 we have one leader and one follower. In data center 2 we have another leader and another follower. So multiple leaders are there, those can accept writes, and when this leader has a write, it is going to write it and then forward the write to this follower from the same data center, and also it is going to forward the write to this leader. This leader is going to write that changes in its local database and also forward that write to this follower replica from data center 2. But multi-leader replication also has its own disadvantages. So for example, let's say there is a doc that both user 1 and user 2 are working on. So initially, let's say user 1 changes the title to A, and let's say user 2 at the same time changes the title to B. So the change for this user is going to be handled in leader 1. Leader 1 accepts the write, makes the title B. This leader actually makes the title A. And let's say both the writes were accepted at the same time. So leader 1 is going to say the title is A. Leader 2 is going to say no, the title is B. So there is a conflict. So in multi-leader replication, there has to be some sort of conflict resolution in place. But this should not happen in a single leader replication. So maybe there is user 1. User 1 wants to make the title of the page A. User 2 wants to make the title of the page B. So first user 1 sends out the write request. At the same time, user 2 also sends out the write request to the same leader. Since there is only one leader, let's say leader is going to start processing the request from user 1, and it goes ahead and changes the title to A. While leader is changing the title to A, it is going to block out the request from user 2. Once the processing for the first request is done, then it is going to start processing the request from user 2, making the title from A to B. So there is no conflict.